Axie fam is in the house! We've done the beasts, we've done the bugs, we've done the plants, we've done the birds, we've done the reptiles. Is that it? No, you silly fools. Season 2 secret class runes and neutral charms. We're gonna start off with the neutral charms. Pre-order tag. 2 potential points required. It says pre-order tag. Enhance any card. Add an 8, but the card's energy cost +1. What card would you be okay with? Oh, I thought that I started with the neutrals because I'm getting goosebumps. Look, it's theory crafting time. Let me organize my thoughts here. Pre-order tag enables you to have a card that starts off in your opening hand, but it increases the energy cost by 1. It doesn't double it. It doubles it if it's 1, but for 2. Takes it from 2 to 3, or it takes a 0 cost to a 1 cost. So what card are you okay with the cost? And I love that this is such a low rarity. There's gonna be some cool stuff. What 0 cost do you want? Gecko Eyes comes to mind. Gecko Eyes is a fine card at 1 energy. You don't really need to start out with Gecko Eyes. What card would you be okay being a 3 cost? You can't cast any 3 costs turn 1, so you're not gonna be using this on any 2 costs, I don't think, right? Do any other cards come to mind as being so powerful that you want to play at turn 1? The only card that comes to mind is Grandma's Fan. It's the only card I can think of. Little Peas. But Little Peas at 2 energy is terrible. It's like 45 damage per energy. There's no really 2 costs that we can cast that early in the game. So what 0 costs are in the game? Let's take a look at all the 0 costs. We have Blossom, Bookworm Clear, Gecko Cottontail Confident, Innocent Lamb, Larva Lucas, Neo Nerdy Nemo, Puppy, Pink Chic Nemo, Scar, Square Teeth and Succulent, Telescope, Tiny Fan, and Zeal. As of right now, I know a lot of cards are going to get some changes. I don't think there's any 0 card that I'd be okay with paying 1 mana for. Confident is even a stretch, even though it is very powerful. Larva is pretty good. Like these are, you're like, oh, these are okay. Then you're thinking like, maybe Rice? Carrot Hammer? Taro? Those feel really bad at 2 energy. Those are so bad at 2 energy. Carrot Hammer at 2 energy is like 23 damage per energy or something really low, right? I don't know. I'm guessing that we're gonna get some really useful cards. So as we look at this, we have to remember that there's always like a kind of drawback because these are all neutral, right? Earth Stamp, 2 potential points required, only 2 instead of 3. So enhance a single and multi-hit attack card. This card targets a random enemy. Tri-Spikes? Does this make Tri-Spikes really good? I'm glad that it doesn't reduce the damage, right? Because you're adding RNG. Right. I really like this change to Earth Stamp. Because like so many people just throw Earth Stamp because they have it on stuff. Lowering the rarity means you're gonna have a lot more of them early on in the season. What card would be really cool to have RNG on it? Goda. I can see this on Goda. Just throw it on Goda. It might kill a random Mavis or something. That's kind of interesting. Energy drink S. 3 potential points required. Enhance any card to add degrade. Card's base stat plus 20%. So you put this on Oranda? You know what card I would actually like to see this on is Sea Slug. Think about it. You want to get the cleanser and you want to get the cleanses, but you don't want to use it again because it's so low damage to energy cost. But this increases by 20%. That would be like 24 bonus damage on, which increases it 12 per energy, which is pretty good. And then gets it out of your deck. Scotch tape. Ooh, reduction to the potential points to Scotch tape. It says 4 potential points required. Enhance any card, add retain. Scotch tape. That's a huge buff. Moon stamp. 3 potential points required. Enhance a single and multi-hit attack card. This card targets the second closest enemy. Hold on. This is huge. Okay. I don't think you understand the implications of what they changed here. This means you could put Moonstamp on ear breathing, so it hits the same target every time. I know that's, you wouldn't really want to do that, but you could. You understand? You only reduce the damage by 3 per hit, so it only reduces the damage by 12. I'm just guessing. Being able to like focus down a particular target is like pretty sweet. You can also use this on Featherfan, which is the highest multi-hit attack card in the game. Does reduce it a little bit. 10% would be like 3.5 per hit, so 3.5 times 4, so 14, right? Because you have 7 plus 7, 14. So it reduces the damage of Feather Fan by 14, but it makes it hit a single target. So you can just laser somebody down. Sun Stamp. Enhance single and multi-hit attack cards. This card targets the furthest enemy card based at -10%. So same thing, but now you think about Earth used to be the closest, and then you had the moon and then the sun, right? So that's how you can remember which one does what. Rocket Stamp. Enhance a single and multi-hit attack card. This card can target any enemy or ally. I thought neutrals was gonna be boring. What? Can I attack my own Axie? That's what you're thinking. But what this means is you have certain cards in the game that can't be targeted. Like when you use those cards, it uses it on itself automatically, right? Lotus comes to mind. I know that's such a bad use case, but Lotus shields itself, removes a curse from your deck. So in this case, it would only shield for like 38 or 30 something, 35, whatever. But you could use it on anything, instead of it just automatically using it on itself, because that's kind of weird. The other card that comes to mind is Olek. Olek has a card, I know this is so weird, but Succulent, and he has one of the card that automatically uses it on himself. So Energy Drink M. Enhance any card, add banish. Cards base stat plus 25%. Woo! 25 is a lot. Let me see. 162, Sheba or Little Branch. And then we go ahead and Reckless Hunter. That's pretty good damage. Out the gate. Turn 1, Cottontail, Little Branch, 97 damage per energy. Charm of Vitality 1, HP plus 3, so a little bit of a nerf. Charm of Power 1, 2 attack for 1, a little bit of a nerf there. Enhance an attack or AoE, attack plus 1. Charm of Focus about the same. Charm of Endurance, shield plus 3, so a little bit of a nerf. Healing cards, heal stat plus 3. These are all 1 potential point required, right? 3, a little bit of a buff, I think. I think it was 2 before. Charm of Vitality 2, HP plus 8. So kind of like a compounded, so you have, it would be 3, 6, like it's a little bit more than double a regular vitality. Charm of Power 2, attack plus 4. Focus 1 and Focus 2 both use 1 potential point. Oh, that's weird. So attack plus 2. Charm of Endurance 2, enhance any shield card, shield plus 6. Enhance any healing cards, heal stat plus 6. Now, the only thing that really concerns me here is we have this enhance any card, Axie's max HP plus 8 at a very low rarity, and that's going to be put on our mechs and our beasts. Kind of disservice, right? You're going to cause problems there. Same kind of problems that you fix by eliminating the HP runes from beasts. We're in the runes leftover potion. When your turn ends, this Axie is healed for 3% of its max HP. So a little bit of a nerf there. I'm glad they did though, because there are some strategies that people were working on in theory crafting that were kind of nutty, just using leftover potion. Tough Strike. This Axie's attack cards deal 10% bonus damage. I like that it's 10% bonus damage and not class specific. Thick Shield. This Axie gains 10% bonus shield from cards. Very, very solid. Says this Axie summons 8 bonus max HP. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, so this was the original mini legion that we had in the early stages of the season. Players, new players especially, absolutely struggle against Mavis players. So Mavis is a very good way to lock in some solid wins early in the season, especially with energy burst. But now mini legion, oh, what if they change Mavis? What if Mavis isn't in the game? What if they change Mavis to where it's like just a regular attack card? If you have 3 of these, which is pretty easy, you're gonna craft these like crazy. It's such a low rarity, right? Oh wait, what is this? Oh, common. These are common. Little. Okay, I get it. So 24. So your Mavis would have what? 24 plus 14? That's pretty good. Energy Stone, a new neutral. When the battle starts, gain 1 energy fragment. Whenever you create an energy burst, heal this Axie for 40 HP. This is a very solid starter right here. This is a very good go-to. 3 of these on your team when you're starting out, very solid. Mini Legion and Energy Stone, very, very good. Now we're getting into Pure Power. This Axie's attack cards gain 15% class bonus. Okay, so I have a problem with class bonus, and that's because Dusks, Mechs, and Dawns don't get their respective class bonuses. So they don't, like, Mechs don't get their beast class bonus, so it feels really bad when you craft these. So I think they should change it to where class bonus applies for both, you know, in the case of a Dawn, you have bird and plant attacks would both receive the class bonus. Pure Skill. This Axie skill cards, it sounded like Israel just now. Pure Skill. You belong in a museum. Haha. Want to see a true display of skill? Pure Instinct Solo. Ooh. Oh, okay, so this is very, very good because Pure Instinct is like cream of the crop when it comes to neutrals for the most part. And if you have 3 of those, very solid team. Pure Instinct Solo. What? Other allied Axie cards have 10% class bonus. So wait. So if you have Pure Instinct on one and Pure Power on the other 2, do they get a bonus 25% damage? That's pretty solid. Last Effort. Oh, we got some new stuff. Solo. This Axie gains 30 bonus max HP. When this Axie dies, 8% of its max HP is granted as shields to other allied Axies and dealt as damage to all enemy Axies. So if he has, well, 10% would be 40. So it's gonna do like 38. Shield for 37 and do, that's pretty good. Shady Exchange. Solo, when the battle starts, shuffle 3 void into your deck. When your turn starts, gain 3 energy fragments. What? What is this? Okay, 3 energy fragments must be very strong. 3 voids? They're gonna change that, right? No. Well, maybe they've done some playtesting and like 3 voids was just enough. But this means Lotus and Puppy are gonna see a lot more play. I had a sneak peek at the Dawn stuff, so I know that the new Dawn and this still go very, very well together, like peanut butter and jelly. On to the Dawn. Divine Ring. When the battle starts, add Purify to your deck. This Axie's healing and shielding cards gain 5% bonus stats. So I'm guessing Purify might be like a free Bidens or like a mini Confident, something like that. Arcane Protection. Take 5% less damage per buff or secret on this Axie. So there's a little bit of a change up, right? If you don't have a good way to get like Leafy, Feather, Fury, damage reduction through like Wall Gecko, if you don't have those types of buffs, you could give it extra protection by giving it shields. So this goes very well on a Dawn that has a bunch of reflect cards, because you can put like Cerastes on there, and then you could put Skelly Spoon and Indian Star on a single turn, and now it has 3 secrets. And so it has 15% damage reduction. This, very solid. Rejuvenate. We got a new rune for Dawn. I'm excited. Rejuvenate. This Axie's healing and shielding cards gain 10% bonus stats and apply 1 cleanser to their targets. Oh! This is my Dawn. But this means every time we use Indian Star or Skelly Spoon, we apply a cleanser. So this would be very good for like a protect the front style team. Heaven's Echoes. Solo. After this Axie attacks, until your turn ends, other allied Axies deal 15% bonus damage. Whenever this Axie uses a skill, other allied units gain 15 shield. So this is a buff to Heaven's Echoes, in my opinion. It is a nerf in some instances. It's a buff in the case of you have Axies that have single attacks. It's a nerf if you're using Axies that have like multi-hit, like Feather Fan, Ear Breathing, and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of nerf because when you have like 10 or 15 damage boost, because it's used to give damage boost, so it kind of reduces that a little bit. It's more consistent, the buff it gives, right? The average card is like 70 or 80 attack damage, so it's gonna give like a bonus 9 or 12, whatever, somewhere in there, maybe a little bit more in some cases. But Healing Force, we got a new one. Solo, when your turn starts, heal all allies for 8 HP, then deal 4 damage per allied unit to all enemies. Oh, you sneaky. This is a zoo mechanic, and I'm for it. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna have to go shopping for a Dawn with Shiitake, and oh my gosh. I'm gonna buy an Axie. I want a Dawn. I want a Dawn with Shiitake and Innocent Lamb. Ooh, ouch, maybe not. There's only 2 available, and the first one's 147 bucks. I don't know what to talk about. Holy Prayer. Solo, when your turn starts, remove up to 2 curses from your deck. While there are no curses in your deck, your Axie's cards gain 10% bonus stats. Is that all your Axies? No, because the apostrophe would be after the S, right? Axies plural? Like plural Axies possessive? This is a kind of a nerf. You no longer get the attack buff, the damage boost, and you no longer get the 10 HP healing every turn. But still goes really well with Shady Exchange, getting those voids out of your deck before they become a problem. It's still going to be a very, very powerful late season strategy. On to the Dusks. Dark Flame. When the battle starts, add Purge to your deck. This Axie's cards gain 5% bonus stat. I was just saying in the video how there was, oh, I cut that section. When I was talking about Rise and Ruin, I was talking about how it's interesting. The old Rise and Ruin would put cards that benefited you into your own deck instead of curses in your opponent's deck. What is that? Purge. What could Purge be? Leave a comment down below. What do you think Purge means? What do you think it's gonna do? Wicked Ward. Whenever this Axie plays a card that grants curses, all allied units gain 10 shield. So a little bit of a buff. The shield is reduced, but it gives it to all allied unit, all your summons. So it's kind of summon friendly because a lot of bird stuff isn't right now. Like in the case of Energy Guru not doing damage to minions anymore. My problem with Wicked Ward, Sky Mavis, is there's a lot of cards that should be classified as curse cards that are not. Top of the list, Ear Breathing. Snail Shell should count as well. And that's the big one. Minute particular stuff only because I play those types of decks. But Cursed Ritual. When your turn ends, the closest enemy Axie takes 3 damage per curse card in your opponent's deck. Cap at 30 damage. Triple Dusk curse setup. But the Dusks all have aqua parts that put curses in your opponent's deck. Pretty low potential points, but this isn't updated. Sleepless. Tadpole, Snail Shell. Lean Chomp is a sweet bonus. Malediction. I'm hoping this one got a little bit of a nerf because... Oh, it's solo now. Okay, yeah, that's a nerf. The triple Malediction teams, when they play triple Small Frill, were super brutal to play against. Solo, this Axie deals 15% bonus damage against debuffed enemies. This Axie takes 15% less damage from debuffed enemies, which is a 30% swing, but it's now solo. Big nerf there. We got a new one. This is Moonlight Thief. Solo. When your turn starts, steal 1 energy fragment from your opponent. When your turn ends, this Axie heals HP equal to 3 times your energy fragment. Gloomy Dice. Solo. When your turn starts, during odd rounds, randomly apply Hex or Fear to all enemies for 3 turns. I remember in the alpha playing it. I think I was playing against Chuck Fresco, actually, our Knicks tape. They're playing double Gloomy Dice, and it was... On to the mechs! Trap Nullifier. When the battle starts, add Detect to your deck. This Axie's cards gain 5% bonus stat. Again, I'm going to ask you to help me out here. Leave it down in the comments, because I have no idea. Zap Armor. This Axie deals 10% bonus damage and takes 20% less damage when it's shielded. This is an insane buff to Zap Armor. It only gave the 20% bonus damage if it was shielded. But if they're like, just put Bumpy on it. It's like, okay, so it has Bumpy on it. So you have to cast a card and then play other cards to get the bonus. So there's a lot of setup for like not really a lot of benefit here. So now you can shield it and now it'll take 20% less damage. This will be very good for mech frontliners. Mech frontliners are going to be a thing now. 20%? This is such a low rarity. Mech frontliners are going to be a thing. Mechs with a ton of shields. Oh, my Merry Legion mech. The one that's my like little icon. Man, I gotta play him again. That's gonna be sweet. Steel Skin. This Axie takes 15% less damage and cannot be healed. This is not solo, but I think it might need to be. This might be the new Pangolin scales, and I know a lot of people are gonna be saying that, but you can't heal it, right? The benefit of Pangolin scales is heals were very powerful. That's going to be a problem. Adaptive Program. Solo. This Axie gains 25% bonus shield from cards. It used to be 15 bonus. So now it's a percentage instead of a flat. Because it was with lumber, it was really good. You use timber and then you get a bunch of free lumbers, and then it's getting like 22 shield or something per lumber. So now that's nerfed. Whenever this Axie gains at least 99 shield, gain 2 energy fragment. This is actually pretty solid. I think this is very good. I think Adaptive Program was slept on. I made a video on it. I'll link it if you want to check it out. But there was a Timber mech with Adaptive Program, and he also played Bumpy. So everything he played was giving him a little bit of bonus shields. But I think this is going to be very solid. Hard to play, but that's going to be like, that is a rune for a very skilled player that has a lot of assets so they can playtest a lot of stuff and find the right build. The right build of Adaptive Program can be very solid. Lens of Truth! Lens of truth.
Lens of truth. Gems are truly.
Solo. This Axie's attack cards remove one secret from its targets. Deal 15% bonus damage against enemies with no secrets. This gives the mechs all of their attacks Arco. It's so good. It's gonna be so good against the reflectile strategy. So there's a counter to reflectiles. Shield backup. I'm really interested for this because this is what I was playing near the end of the season. Solo, this Axie's shield cards gain 20% bonus shield. So it's a little bit of a buff, I think. I think it was 15%, so 5% increase. This Axie takes 20% less damage when it's shielded. Okay, huge buff. It says when your opponent's turn ends, this Axie retains 50% of its shield. Okay, so they nerfed that factor, right? So you're not gonna be able to like keep everything, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. Let me see. You have 600, you pass, they attack into 300. Then their turn passes you. Now it's 150. You shield it for 230. Now it has like 370. Passes your opponent, they do like 320. Oh, I guess it is a big deal. I guess they don't like shield backup because with the changes to Blood Moon, shield backup got hit hard, dropped off the leaderboard. It went from 9 in the top 100 to 0 after the Blood Moon change. And that's it for the secret classes. What is the most exciting part about this little leak? Leave it down in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Share this with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. What is it gonna be? Thanks for watching.